Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at a way of powering your Panasonic Lumix S5 camera, or other cameras for that matter, with a dummy battery or battery adapter. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we're taking a look at how to power your Panasonic Lumix S5 camera. Now this camera, great camera, actually pretty decent battery life, but if you're doing extended shoots and maybe you've got like a home studio setup, or you just want to do some continuous recording, maybe some astro shots, that sort of thing, then relying on the battery or possibly a USB battery bank isn't always the best way to go. And also, if you leave this thing being charged constantly, you do get the warning on the screen saying that this is kind of bad for the camera, and also it does generate a lot of heat because not only are you charging the internal battery, you're also obviously filming as well. So the two lots of heat can lead to overheating problems if you're in a warmer climate. So how can you remedy this? Now there is actually a very easy way of doing it, and it's going to cost you somewhere in the region of about £25 here in the UK. I'll put some links in the video description below so you can check out for yourselves. But it's actually a dummy battery or a AC battery adapter, which we're going to take a look at next. So this is it. This is the answer to your problems. It is essentially a mains powered adapter. So this replaces your standard battery in your Lumix S5 camera, which just pops out, and all you need to do is insert the dummy battery, which has an AC lead coming off it or DC lead to an adapter, plug it in, connect it up to your mains power supply, and you've got uninterrupted power for as long as you need it. So it'll basically last as long as your memory card or whatever. And the best thing of all is it isn't going to get very hot. Because you're not actually charging the battery, you're actually just powering the battery directly into the camera. It doesn't generate half as much heat. So again, if you're filming in particularly warm conditions and you find in your camera is getting the overheat message, then it's unlikely that you're going to see that again. So let's take a look at this and see what we actually get. So this is from a company which I basically cannot pronounce the name. I'll put the links in the video description like I said before. So this is a camera AC adapter, and essentially what it does is takes your AC wall socket power, converts it into DC, and puts 8.4 volts at 2 amps straight into your camera, which is exactly what the camera wants. Anything more, anything less, it isn't going to work properly, so you've got to have exactly the right power. Inside the package there's 4 main components, first of which is your instruction guide, which kind of you don't really need, it's pretty self-explanatory. You get the dummy battery itself, so as you can see this looks and feels pretty much identical to the standard S5 battery, but the thing you'll notice is there is a fly lead coming off of this, which terminates into a barrel type connector. From the barrel type connector you then plug in the other half of the magic, so this is the AC adapter. Again, this is going to convert your 230 volts at the wall, or whatever it is in your local region, down to a usable DC 8.4 volts at 2 amps, which then converts into the barrel adapter. So literally all you do is plug this bit into here, and then the final part of the puzzle is going to be a cable. This is going straight from your wall AC. So this has got the 3-pin plug, which is standard here in the UK. Obviously, like I said, if you buy it in another country, then you'll get the appropriate for your particular region. This ends up into a figure 8, or there is a technical name for this connection, I don't know what it is, but we just call it a figure 8 connection. And all you do is plug that into the other end of the AC adapter, and then you've got a full system. So plug that into the wall, turn the mains on, and for this part, this is really simple. All you need to do is to grab your camera, find your battery compartment, which is on the bottom on the Panasonic Lumix S5, open up the compartment, which should flip up, remove the battery, there's a little tag there, so just press down on that and the battery will kind of semi-eject itself. So take this out completely, then what we're going to do is to plug in your dummy battery, just slots in nicely, and you should hear a nice click to say that it's in position. Now at this point there is something else you do need to do. There is a rubber pass-through flap, which is actually on the door lid, so just push that into the up position or just move it out of the way, and that way you can then route your cable through there and then lock your battery compartment into place. Nice and simple to do, and that is effectively it. Then you can plug in your camera into the wall and you'll have a completely charged battery, or at least the camera will think it's a completely charged battery, for as long as you need to record for. So there you go, very simple, very straightforward, and in actual fact I've used these type of AC adapters for about 4 or 5 years now. And in fact there's actually one powering our Lumix GH6 camera, which is currently recording this, because obviously I can't use my S5 to record this whilst it's not being powered, and obviously demonstrating it. I've also used one previously with my Panasonic G7, So yeah, I've got quite a lot of experience and generally they've been absolutely perfect. The only thing I do find is with prolonged use, if you're removing it and taking it in and out, then potentially you can have breakdowns in the actual cables themselves. But realistically, it's only about £25. One upside of this is you've basically got no wastage. So rather than powering a battery charger and the camera at the same time, you're literally only powering the camera, and it's around about 92% efficient. So yeah, pretty decent overall. So anyway, that has been the battery eliminator or battery dummy for the Panasonic Lumix S5. Hopefully this video has been interesting to you and useful. If it has, smash the like button. If you want to know any more, then contact us in the comment section below. Or of course, if you want to, you can join our Discord, which is completely free to do so. So I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.